This one's better. Grandma. Why don't you tell the audience some of your first impressions when you saw the final product of this film?
I was so impressed. It was something that, if I had dreamt it, it couldn't have been that well. It just was exquisite, in my humble opinion. What do you guys think?
We'd love to take some questions from the audience if there's anything that would like to be expressed. Or we can just talk amongst ourselves.
There's got to be a question out there somewhere. Where's all my earrings?
Yeah.
Is that your natural hair color?
Absolutely. What's red? I'm seeing a doctor about it in the morning.
I think it's very Sally Jesse Raphael. Maybe you should be the talk show host.
All I can tell you is, look at this magic. Look at this magic. Now, I've lived long enough to be privileged to this. You guys rule. That's all.
You rule!
That's the whole part. You guys rule.
So, Grandma, how do you see shift from being a queen in the 60s to being crowned now? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I think that it's a whole new time, it's a whole new century. And I think that you're the poster child. You are for my life.
Mm.
You make that combination of being so beautiful inside and outside, and jump through that, not only time tunnel, but gender curtain. It's such ease, you boy, girl.
Thanks, Grandma. The title of the film, at least you know that you exist, and the last line of the film, because of you, at least I know I exist. For me, it's been about the ways in which Sabrina's experience has rooted my current experience of being trans and knowing that it is a sustainable lifestyle and that I do have a possible future.
Well, you're part of a continuum. You're my Harlow from the Queen. You're my international crises. You're that magic all embodied in one person. I'm so alive to see it, and that is so cool. And then to be honored by that beautiful piece of work. Better than kicking a head, child.
Should we tell them how we made it? You guys insist on hearing about that?
It was like a wind-up camera. I never saw a camera like that before. I mean, I'm really, really old. But I never saw a camera like that before. You actually wind the thing up, and then it runs out, then you have to wind it up again. And it was so neat. It was really a piece of love. The whole thing was just a piece of love. And I didn't know what you were doing, but I knew you were right. Well, look at her.
So we camped out in Flawless's apartment for a month. It was last winter, and I recorded all of our conversations, which ended up being like 30 hours of audio to sort through, which I sat on for quite a while. And thank you, Sarah Sudavar, for loaning us your beautiful 16mm Bolex camera. We did figure out how to use it between the two of us. We met, actually, I mentioned it in the very beginning of the piece, but when I was 18 at Wakestock, actually, I took a picture of Sabrina and Kurtzy, who's around here somewhere too.
Yeah, I'm here behind the camera.
And then I found my way uptown to Grandma's place one night, and it was a really magical connection, I think, that we shared instantaneously. And then I worked on a series of photographs with Flawless, or, we worked on them together. And it's been 10 years, actually. So I would say that she's been pretty influential in my development.
Well, right back at you. You teach me constantly. You teach me constantly, and it's such a privilege. I thank you so much for that. I thank you so much for including me. I come from an era where old people were not included with young people. And you make it, oh my God, a miracle. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
What's with the earrings?
What's with the earrings, Grandma?
There are actually price tags in Braille.
Good answer.
So was the text of the film from your conversations, or was any of it written before? Were any of those your thoughts before, or how did the text come about?
It was kind of actually a combination of lots of different things. Some of it was written text. I mean, the skit about Tina's spiral, that was something Jack had written, and then the pieces that were in my voice were also I wrote them ahead of time. And then there was definitely stuff from our conversations in there too. Even though it doesn't sound very conversational, actually when I was editing it, I realized that Sabrina doesn't include much in the way of ums, ands, or stuttering. She's always completely articulate and refined in her language, so it always sounds very practiced or very polished.
Right back at you. We both like writing stuff all the time, and it wasn't addressed to during the film. It just happened to be part of our lifestyle. And then Zackary chose what pieces that she thought were appropriate for the piece, and made wonderful choices. Thank you.
Yeah.
And was that the first time you were nude on film? Because that was very beautiful and erotic.
Not the first time.
And hopefully not the last.
Yeah.
How, I'm going to ask a question that maybe I shouldn't ask. How old are you?
Together.
100.
Okay.
We're 100.
Does anybody have an advocate?
We're 100. Actually, 73 and 27. We're exactly 100 years old.
I'm a lot of help in that department. I got a lot of years to give.
Yeah, in the back.
Yeah, I'm curious about how your friendship developed throughout the process of making the film. And was it like friendship at first sight, or did it deepen and deepen as you were working on the film?
I think it's just deepened and deepened over the years, actually. I mean, I feel always closer to my grandma.
I have brilliant kids around me. I'm kind of a grandmother to a lot of brilliant kids. This is certainly a star. I have a very simple code. Ain't too proud to beg, stoop to conquer, fuck the snake to get ahead, and if it doesn't make you nervous, it ain't worth doing.
Yeah. Take notes, people. Rules for life. One more time, just so they get it. One more time.
Ain't too proud to beg. She stoops to conquer. Fuck a snake to get ahead, and if it doesn't make you nervous, it ain't worth doing.
Okay. So if anybody, yeah, one more.
I know both of you, and first of all, those are hot pocket rooms, but anyway. How does it feel, this is for both of you, how does it feel to work with such amazing talent? Being such an age difference?
How does it feel to work with such,
Amazing talent. Both of you.
with talent?
No, like, how does it feel for you to work with her and her to work with you?
Oh, really organic, I think.
And very much like